Today's program is sponsored by the Anthony Vincent Salon. Say hello to beautiful.
You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
Learn and laugh with us anytime, anyplace. Go right to our website, anthonyvincentsalon.com. Click away and listen today.
You'll be glad you did.
Yes, you will be.
Oh, what a great week this has been, and a great day today.
Well, tell me about this great day.
Well, this week, back in 1893, the root beer float was created.
Wow.
The root beer float, one of my favorite.
I love the root beer float.
I do too. And, you know, every year in August, people around the country order or make a root beer float. They drink it up, they enjoy and celebrate National Root Beer Float Day.
That's awesome. And I think that it's just not only in August, though. I think you can have a root beer float any old time.
Oh, I have them all summer long.
They're delicious and refreshing.
Yes, they are. And what I do,
I need
love
one. Let's have one.
You know what we can do?
What?
We can go to the Water Ice place right across the street from us and get root beer Italian ice mixed with vanilla
a little dollop of vanilla ice cream and yummy.
I think that is a great way to end our show today.
Okay.
You think Andy will go out and pick us a couple up and bring them back?
I'm not sure well, you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't you go out and pick a couple up for all of us?
Okay, great. Okay, you take care of the rest of the show. Okay. Did you do that?
All right, bye.
Alrighty. Now, also known as a black cow, a root beer float is made up of root beer and vanilla ice cream. Now, Frank J. Weissner of Cripple Creek, Colorado, gets all the credit for inventing the black cow way back in August of 1893.
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know why?
I do.
Do you know why?
I do. I'm going to tell you in a minute.
I really want to know why.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to tell you the story. One night, as Weissner, owner of the Cripple Creek Cow Mountain Gold Mining Company, was sitting staring out the window and thinking about the line of soda waters that he was producing for the citizens of Cripple Creek, he came up with an idea. The full moon that night was shining on the snow-capped Cow Mountain. It reminded him of a scoop of vanilla ice cream. He hurried back to his bar and he added a scoop to the children's favorite flavor of soda, Myers Avenue Red Root Beer. Tried it, liked it, and served it the very next day. It was a hit. Weiser named the creation Black Cow Mountain, but the children shortened the name to Black Cow. And since their creation, thousands of root beer floats are enjoyed around the country every day.
You are just so cute. Look how, he got so excited. I couldn't even interrupt him talking about this black cow.
I want one.
I want one too.
Alrighty.
I think you need to go and get them.
we definitely, I've told you we're going to do that.
Yeah, we need that today.
We're going to do that right away.
I could use that.
But other things that we're going to talk about today is bigger boobs in 24 hours. Yes.
So we went from talking about a delicious drink to big boobs. Notice where his mind is. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. We don't have to talk about the boobs.
No. I want to talk about the boobs.
Let's talk about
the boobs. Come on. I know it's important to you. Let's talk about the boobs.
Well, I'd rather talk about your performance.
My what?
Your performance.
Say it again. Performance?
Not your performance on the show.
Performance. What does that mean?
Your performance.
What is that?
Well, we're going to talk about that.
I want to know.
Okay.
I'm in the need to know.
Alrighty. Well, this is the muscle located just under your glutes.
Okay. And why are you concerned about my performance?
Well, if it's tight, it can cause back pain.
Oh. Well, I don't have any back pain, so I guess I'm not having an issue.
Well, sitting the way that some of us sit, and I mean the vernacular us, really can destroy your health.
Yeah, sitting is not too good all the time. I mean, it depends on the way you're sitting. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that basically for what I do, for my work, I do sit a lot. But I have great posture and I sit up straight and Does that have anything to do with it?
No,
No.
no, because if your performance is just a little too
Will you
tight,
Can you tell me what the whole thing with the performance?
well,
I'm confused.
everything kind of tightens up back there. You know, you need to lower your chest. You need to stretch out your performances every day.
Your performance? You have to
Yes,
stretch your performance.
Yes, every day. When I was a teenager, I did that every day, sometimes a couple times a day.
You stretched your performance?
Yes, because I ran track.
Ah.
So,
I understand.
and anyway, sitting, it can be bad, and it really tightens up that performance muscle. Now,
Okay.
we all know that sitting is bad, and we should do less of it, but yet we still do it a lot. In fact, the
I
average,
work that way.
and I guess you must be the average American, but I never thought of you as average.
I'm not average.
Sits for about 8 hours a day.
But I get up in between everything.
Good.
You know that I'm walking around constantly. You know that I don't sit for 8 straight hours.
No.
And that would be impossible.
Well, of course, and sitting too long destroys your entire body.
But I don't do that.
No, you don't. But
You
there
know
are
that
some
I'm
people
running
that do.
around all the salon, all over the place.
There are some people that just can't
I have
wait
to chase you down
to
too.
get up so
Get
they
your
can
client.
sit somewhere else.
Yeah, Anthony, your next client is here. Who's going to do that?
Well, that muscle tightness causes
Back pain.
and degeneration.
Oh,
See, when you sit down,
okay.
you're relying on a chair to support your weight rather than your muscles.
I see.
This leads to weaker muscles and especially
And
affects
degeneration.
the
I
glutes.
understand.
And the glutes are
Very
my
important.
favorite muscle.
I know you like
My
them.
favorite muscle
I
group.
know.
Yeah.
One of your favorites.
Yes,
I know.
it is.
You have many.
Well, it's not my favorite organ, it's my favorite muscle.
I understand.
Yeah, you know my favorite organ.
I do.
Yeah, you know my second favorite organ?
I do.
Okay. All right.
And
Now,
everybody else does too.
this sitting too long contributes to leg disorder.
Leg disorder?
Leg disorder. That's right.
Wow. You know what? Does that have anything to do with restless leg syndrome?
That's such a baloney type of
Did you just say baloney?
baloney. I was going to say but but they would
You should have seen
Bleep
his
me
face
out on
when he
that one.
just did that. That was a really good face that you made.
Well, the sitting slows down the blood circulation, and poor circulation leads to varicose veins.
That is true.
Swollen feet and ankles, and even blood clots.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Sitting makes your bones weaker and thinner because they don't have to bear any weight.
True.
That's why some older people, experiencing osteoporosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, have issues. That is the perforation of the bones, and it's all got to do with just not
Moving around enough?
and exercising
Wow.
just a little bit. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying you got to be 90 years old and exercise, but a nice walk.
Yes. Well, keep yourself
climbing up the
moving. Always
stairs.
keep yourself moving. You always want to have good circulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, according to the Washington Post, moving muscles pump fresh blood and oxygen through the brain and trigger the release of all sorts of brain and mood enhancing chemicals.
Oh, yeah. And that's so important, like the endorphins.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got to get those endorphins going.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You feel so much better.
And sitting is really bad for your spine because most of us don't sit right anyway.
A lot of us don't.
Yeah. I know you do.
Typically, I do.
Yeah.
I might not be sitting right now, but typically I do.
But you look cute now.
Oh, well, thanks.
Love you behind the microphone. Now, from your lower back all the way up to your head, sitting all day can threaten the integrity of your entire spinal column.
Wow. That is really some serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the reason why, most of us who do sit a lot, I know that in the salon when we're sitting, a lot of the girls don't sit a lot because they're doing hair.
Well, we're hairstylists. We're
Right.
standing.
But
and moving around the
I'm
chair.
doing nails. So I do get up in between each client. I'm running back and forth. I'm stretching. I'm getting this and doing that. So I'm not only just sitting for a straight 8 hours, as you know.
That's right. I know that. And, sitting can also make you gain weight.
Yes. That I do know.
What's it called? Middle-aged spread or something like that?
Oh,
Something like that?
that's a rough one.
So, you burn like 50 calories less per hour when you're sitting as opposed to standing.
Really?
Yeah, that adds up to like 1,000 calories a week.
You are like the best study man. That's why you have to just really, if your job is more sedentary, you have to really make sure that you're not eating too much.
Well, I have a calculator.
Yeah?
Yeah, at 50,000
Oh my
burned
gosh.
calories a year.
Wow.
So that's a couple pounds.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can gain a lot of weight if you're not taking care of yourself.
Yes, and
you're just
people
sitting.
do.
Yeah.
And then, when their weight is up, their muscles are weak, their bones are thin, they waddle.
I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that.
I call them weebles.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
No, they don't.
No. Remember that?
I do. I love weebles.
Yeah.
I think I still have some in my basement somewhere.
Yeah. That's so cute. They were so cute.
And, the longer people sit every day, the greater their risk for developing diabetes and high blood pressure and heart disease.
Wow.
And the biggest risk is developing type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, that is really awful. My mother has that.
Does she?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, it's not healthy.
A 2012 study found that sitting excessively can shorten your lifespan by about 2 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. A lot of people
So
have...
just from sitting, you could die earlier?
By 2 years. It was a study.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And people thought smoking was bad.
Well, that's,
Sitting is bad, too.
Yeah. A lot of people have that misconception that to reverse the damage done by sitting, all you need to do is exercise a little bit in the evening, It's not true. And we are big components of exercise.
Yes, that is true.
But the best way to, prevent damage done by sitting is not to do it so much. Try to incorporate movement into your routine. Just make simple changes throughout the day.
Sure. Oh, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely when you're sitting, don't sit for more than 20 minutes at a time,
That's
25
right.
minute
That's
at a time.
Get up.
Get
take a
up, walk
bathroom
around.
break.
Yeah. Get a drink of water.
Just don't walk to the refrigerator every 20 minutes and grab a bonbon.
That would be, yeah. Peggy Bundy bonbons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, you could take regular walks during the day. You can park far away from the front door of wherever you're going.
Whenever I'm at the grocery store or any store that I go to or any place that I go to, I always park the furthest. First of all, I don't want any door dents.
That's why I park far away.
Yeah, well, I park far not for only the door dents, but also because, I want to get some exercise. So when I'm walking in, and I know I'm going to walk around the store anyway and walk around the grocery store, wherever I am. I know that, but I also know that this way I know that I have to get to my car again, so I have to walk to it.
Mm-hmm. And, I know when we come here, to record, we take the stairs instead of the elevator. So that's...
and we take the furthest spot, too.
We do. Yes,
yeah, we do.
And I like the fresh air.
Yeah, me too.
And
unless it's humid. Then you can't breathe.
Or raining.
Yeah. Although even in the rain, we take the last spot.
Yeah, that's true. And, of course, you can always use a standing desk.
Except for if you're doing nails.
You can't do standing up.
All right, so are we on the boobs yet?
No, but we will be on the boobs right after a word from our sponsor.
Perfect.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got lips? Want that perfect pout? Find the hue that's right for you. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Shape, stain, and shimmer. Same shade. Say hello to beautiful.
Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
And we're back. Elise, I know you like to drink a little bit too much.
I do
and
not.
I know that you often come in the next morning with a hangover.
I never have a hangover.
What?
Let me just tell you something.
You
if I'm going to drink,
never have a hangover. What do you do to cure your hangover?
I don't have a hangover. I'm not an alcoholic, and I don't drink too much.
I didn't say alcoholic. I just thought you drink a little too much. I know you.
You know what? You're the one giving me the vodka
and the wine, and
you're the one. You're the one pouring me those drinks. Uh-huh.
Well,
Look at
I
him.
know
He's
because
like turning
it calms
away.
you down
Oh my
and
gosh.
it helps you relax.
Okay. Are we talking me or the vernacular me?
No, I'm talking to you.
You're great.
Well,
You're great. But you know what? I was loving that I found in your closet. I was loving that I found
There's a
that
lot of skeletons in my closet.
That Pedialyte to nurse your hangover because you're such a big baby.
I am.
Because you're the one with the hangovers, drinking the vodka and the olives all the time.
Well, the Pedialyte has been the drink for babies.
Yes.
But for babies who can't stop pooping and adults who
Well, the whole point behind Pedialyte is that it helps rehydrate your body. Mm-hmm. They say, different things like the sports drinks and Gatorade and things like that. But Pedialyte even has more for hydration. And so it will rehydrate your body. And if you have a hangover, chances are you drank too much, and chances are you've been not feeling very well, and chances are you're dehydrated. And so you need some hydration.
That's right. Now, whether you're hungover or you can use this to prevent a hangover in the first place.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's a preventative?
It is a preventative. In fact, the company just launched a campaign called See the Light.
See the light.
LYTE.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. And what that's all about is that as a hangover remedy, the drink is really surprisingly works very, very well.
Very nice.
One bottle of Pedialyte, 33.8 ounces, has 1,035 milligrams of sodium and 780 milligrams of potassium.
Very, very cool. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tasted Pedialyte?
Yeah, I actually have.
Okay. And do you like it?
I do.
Okay. Just saying.
Well, I used to make my dad drink it. Because he was
Sure.
a little older and
Sure. No, Pedialyte's awesome. It really is. And again, it's fabulous. The rehydration properties are amazing.
Sure. And the company is also introducing new flavors like the strawberry lemonade and orange.
The orange is actually pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, you've had it too.
Well, you know the reason why.
Yeah.
Well, when my kids were little and they would get sick, I would always taste everything before just to make sure it wasn't too cold, wasn't too warm, wasn't too this, wasn't too that. I would always, and that was like a pretty good flavor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even though they're launching that campaign about the hangovers, they really don't have any plans to adjust the packaging to be like more adult friendly.
As they don't need to. I mean, everybody knows what Pedialyte is. Mm-hmm. And this way it makes it easy, and they find it right in the baby aisle, and they have ice pops too. Mm-hmm. I love me a good ice pop.
Yeah, and they only have 100 calories.
The ice pops?
Yeah, and the
Oh, really?
The actual drink itself. It's only 100 calories.
That's
so
a lot,
you can drink
actually.
it fills you up, and
it rehydrates you.
And rehydrates you.
Gives you a good shot of potassium.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're talking about rehydrating and dehydrating. Well, when you drink a lot of alcohol, it makes you urinate more, and that's what causes dehydration.
Yes, that is true. But also there are also properties in the alcohol that actually also dehydrate you. Mm-hmm. So even if you're not peeing it completely out.
You mean urinating?
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you're not urinating it out, you're still dehydrating yourself. Sort of like caffeine.
Yeah, kind of like caffeine, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit too.
Are we?
Yeah, but let's finish.
Okay, let's finish this.
Yeah, the sodium and the potassium are the key electrolytes that help keep your body absorbing those fluids.
And we know we need electrolytes.
Yes, we do.
Because how could we go on with our whole day if we don't have our electrolytes?
That's right. Without the electrolytes, we wouldn't have the TV. We couldn't charge our phones.
Exactly.
We couldn't gas up our electric cars.
That is true. We need our electrolytes.
That's what the electrolytes do, right? That's
exactly,
the
Anthony.
solar-powered thing.
Mm-hmm. We just plug our finger in and there we go. We're off to see the wizard.
Gatorade's another beverage that helps with hangover healing powers.
I was just talking about that, but actually Pedialyte's even better than Gatorade.
It's better. Yeah.
Yeah, it has more.
Yes. less calories too. Mm-hmm. So, as a part of this new campaign, Pedialyte will be marketing directly to partiers by giving out free samples at, nearly like 150 music festivals and sporting
that
events.
is just the freaking coolest.
Yeah.
That's cool. We need to go to these things to get that free Pedialyte.
Yeah. Well, we can do that, but I can afford to buy some. I got a good job.
Oh, do you?
I'll get you a 6-pack.
Oh, cool. Thank God, because I need to get a 6-pack of Pedialyte for my alcohol issue.
So anyway, why don't we try tweeting about alcohol-fueled events like Cinco de Mayo and our Pedialyte?
Perfect. I will do that.
Okay. And now we just got to find out which company is going to make wearing diapers cool.
Well, I already know the company.
What's that?
Well, listen to this. Depends. Okay. No, seriously.
Okay.
So, you know how adorable Lisa Rinna is?
Yes.
Okay. She's so cute. Well, and she was wearing a form-fitting evening gown without so much as a panty line, and she had on Depends. They make them now, like little thongs and silhouettes and everything. Yep. Is that amazing? And with a little body like hers, I mean, if she can wear it, anybody can wear it.
Lisa Renning can wear anything and make anything look sexy.
Yeah, absolutely. So she made Depends look good. And her husband, Harry Hamlin, who is just ridiculous, reached down just to make sure there was no panty line. And she's wearing, like I said, this little fitted evening gown, not a panty line to be found. So that's cool.
Now, did she need them or was she paid to wear them?
I did not ask. And she did not say. However, it doesn't really matter because she is truly one of my favorites. Love her forever. And she's adorable. And if she's wearing them, it's cool.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And there you have it. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, I guess we're not going to be wearing those too soon. But
I hope not.
Yeah. But, I don't know. People, I don't know if they Googled you and know what you look like, but, you've got some pretty big boobs.
I do not.
You're pretty
They're
big.
not that big. Why are you talking about that?
They're big. Well,
yours are bigger than mine.
Those are called pecs.
Yeah, whatever you want to tell yourself.
All right, so they're not that big?
I don't think they're huge.
Okay.
I think they're fine.
All righty.
I didn't get any complaints.
All righty.
Are you complaining?
No, I'm not complaining.
All right.
So, you want bigger boobs?
I didn't say that.
Well, we can give them to you in 24 hours.
I didn't say I needed them bigger, but do you need bigger boobs? Do you want bigger boobs for 24 hours from now?
Well, I'm okay with it, but, you're the one that brought up your boobs.
I didn't bring up my boobs.
No.
I brought up the vernacular boobs.
Okay. Well, then in the length of time you could be watching a vernacular movie, you could also have the biggest boobs of your dreams.
Really? In 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Women are requesting injections of saline solution.
Now, this is a very interesting and very controversial situation that we have going on here. Mm-hmm. How is it that women could have bigger boobs in 24 hours and they only last 24 hours? Is that the whole deal?
Well, yeah. And it's...
It's like for an event.
Yeah. You can acquire temporary big boobs for about $2,500. You can increase your breast size from an A to a C cup.
Why would you do that for $2,500 for 24 hours?
Well, okay. The saline procedures are very useful for parties, romantic vacations, weddings, bat mitzvahs.
But why would you do that for $2,500 for 24 hours?
Well, if you have the money and you're going to be on a red carpet event.
Why would you do that for 24 hours?
Well, because you could confuse people that have met you before and confusing people who you will meet again.
Oh, because that's what we want to do. We want to confuse people.
Well, it depends how much money you have.
I guess.
I mean, a regular breast augmentation is typically around $5,000 to $10,000 and requires 2 weeks of recovery time.
Okay, yes, but it lasts.
Well, what it is you're going to be trying on these boobs.
So you're going to try the boobs on for 24. Okay, that I actually do understand a little bit. Okay, and this way you have 24 hours to make a decision that could be life altering.
Yes.
So that I actually get. I can't understand if you would just do it just for the hell of it, just to go because you want to go to a party and have big boobs that day. That in that case, you just get a really good bra.
It depends on how much money you have.
I understand what you're saying, but that's just purely wasteful. But if you want to go and you want to try them on and you want to see how they actually feel and see how people react, that's a whole different ballgame. That I get. And that I don't think is too much money because that's something you're making a decision to have surgery. So you really have to do, every bit of research that you possibly can. So
Yes, you
that
do.
I get. That I get.
And there are some risks to the procedure.
Sure.
Whenever you insert a needle or a scalpel, into the skin, there's risk of infection, nerve damage, and,
Sure.
or even a hematoma.
Of course. Well, there's always risk. But that's actually interesting.
Yeah, and the method is very simple.
So let me just ask you one question, though. Doesn't it stretch the skin?
No, it's not. Doesn't stretch out long enough or far enough.
Okay, because you're bringing your boob size up two sizes.
2 sizes. The skin has elasticity.
Of course it does. I know.
So it
then
does
when
go
it
back.
So then how does it go? So I guess the saline just kind of goes through your system after? You're going to tell me all about it, I'm sure.
I'm going to tell you the whole.
Okay, because I'm really, really so curious about this.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I know this is something that we're going to try on you.
Right. Okay. I'm going to show you. Okay.
And look how serious he is.
Okay. Pull your nipple out. Are you okay with her pulling your nipple out? Yeah. You sure? Okay. Okay.
I can't even believe you just said that, but okay.
Alrighty.
So yeah. So what do you do to the nipple?
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me grab it over here. Okay. Now, wow, you have really
Stop
big
it.
areolas. Holy mackerels. Okay. At the edge of each nipple over here, this area gets sensitized. And boy, they're hard.
Will you stop?
Okay, anyway, so
I'm going to hit him.
So this area right around the areole here is anesthetized.
Listen to how nervous he is. He's all red.
Well, I'm not used to holding a strange boob in my hand.
I can't even believe this.
Okay, what you do is you inject about half a liter of sterile saline solution into the patient's breast tissue.
Ow!
Yep, and it goes in at various angles, like to different areas. And I'm sorry, you're a little ticklish, I see. Okay. And what it does, and expanding each breast until it reaches the fullness that you want.
Oh, but they suggest you only go up to 2 sizes?
Well, you can go as big as you want, but the skin will only stretch so much.
See, that's what I was talking about.
And the saline is gradually absorbed into the bloodstream, with the full effect lasting 24 to 48 hours.
Really? Very, very interesting.
Now, okay, you can put your boob away now.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. Now, some doctors suggest that the InstaBreast augmentation is just a fad. That's what it's called, InstaBreast.
InstaBreast. Well, yeah. Instantly you have a breast. Very cool.
Now, it's really hard to ignore the potential of this InstaBreast treatment. I mean, considering there's hundreds of thousands of women who don't hesitate a second to have, volumizers injected into their face.
That is true. So why hesitate to have volumizers injected into your breasts? Very interesting.
Yeah. Now, according...
And this is actually just trying it out, too.
This is just trying it out.
Seeing if you like it, seeing how you feel, and seeing what the reaction is. People get stuff in their face all the time, and they don't even know. And then you know what happens. We've seen that mishmash.
Oh, only... Yeah, if you're putting silicone in your face.
Awful.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. But this is just saline. And there's, in this country, there are... FDA approved fillers that would go into the face. You definitely don't want to have a pumping party at your house, and that's
a pumping party.
That's what they're called, pumping parties. And people will inject all kinds of crazy stuff into their, and just
I was invited to one of those.
Themselves.
I was invited to one of those parties. Remember, I didn't go.
Oh, I'm glad that you didn't.
Well, you said you better not go.
I'm glad you listen. You never do. Anyway.
I always listen.
Yeah. According to the American Society for Anesthetic Plastic Surgery, do you know there are 313,000 breast augmentations and 137,000 breast lifts were performed each year in the U.S.?
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Why aren't people just happy with who they are?
Well, women want cleavage.
I guess if you have cleavage, you don't think about it.
This friend of mine, Sharon Jovie, she's about 28. She's a model and an actress. And she underwent the procedure a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, 32 A's, instantly to a full C cup.
Really?
Yeah. And within a couple of days, she was back to her natural size. You know, it depends how long it takes.
So was she happy with it, though?
Oh, she wanted to, as we said earlier, to try on the implants.
Right.
You know, in a way that computer imaging, you know,
Can't help you,
it can't help you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would imagine that you'd really have to wear that and make a decision.
And see.
Yeah, I agree with that. For something like that, if you're going for something like that, if you're just doing it just because, hey, girls just want to have fun, that's a whole different ballgame. I don't see that. But if you're doing it...
If you have the money, I mean, and let's say, you know, you're having a romantic weekend or, you know,
understand what you're
vows
saying.
and you want to look and feel sexy. Because a lot of women, if they don't feel sexy, they're not sexy.
Okay, but you
So
have
this
to
helps them
understand
feel
something.
sexy.
I understand what you're saying. And sexy is from within. How
Yeah.
you feel is from within.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the only thing that I'm going to say about this. I understand that you want to try this on and then decide and make a decision on whether or not you want to have this procedure. Because that I can understand. But just doing it, just because you have a lot of money, you're putting yourself at risk over and over and over again. And eventually, the skin's not going to go back. So therefore, you're going to have an issue. And you're going to have something else done anyway. So my feeling is that if you're doing it to try it on because you really want to do this, you're thinking about this, okay, fabulous. But don't keep doing it over and over just because you can.
Right. I understand that. And, you know, as I said, some people go for the temporary, you know, effect for the special occasions like
Personally,
weddings, big birthdays,
get a really
or
nice
beach
bra.
vacations.
They make fabulous ones.
I agree with you. And, you know, 75% of the patients who opt for this procedure, they go on to get implants.
Uh-huh.
So
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine that they would because they feel so good and they can actually feel it and they see it and it's a visual thing for them.
Yes.
So I can understand that completely.
However, if you need a lift, the saline won't give you a realistic approximation because you need to lift. You're sagging, so
Yeah.
you don't want to be sagging.
But I have a feeling that mostly this is for those younger girls who, you know, are smaller and want to just see if they need, you know, an augmentation.
That's right.
I have a feeling that that's what this is for.
And, you know, not everybody wants the short-lived boob job. You know, there are limitations and there are risks. You know, since the skin of both breasts are pierced by a needle, you know, bruising, you know, can happen.
Ah, yeah. We didn't talk about bruising over those 24 hours.
That's right.
So that means that they're going to have to, no matter what, cover up.
And, you know, what you said, it really does make sense. You know, undergoing this procedure repeatedly could cause the skin to stretch.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So
I
you
told
don't wanna,
you so because I know.
Yes, you do. You just know everything.
Pretty much.
Hashtag Instaboob.
Funny.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker for beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
And now, a money moment with our very own DC Alexander.
And the financial voice for baby boomers, New York Times bestselling author of Money Doesn't Grow on Trees, Neil Godfrey.
Listen closely.
You'll be glad you did.
Hi, I'm Dina Coburn, and this is Fun with Finances. Wherever you are, I want you to take a moment and settle in because I'm continuing my series with financial expert and passionate educator of kids and their finances, Neil Godfrey. Neil, welcome back.
Thank you. It is great to be here.
Well, I've really enjoyed speaking with you about a topic that I'm extremely passionate about, teaching children about finances early in their years. You have written 27 books, and now you're writing weekly articles on Forbes.com, and you started a company, Green Street Commons.
Yep.
What made you start Green Street Commons? What made you create that, and why did you think that the timing was right?
Well, I wanted to be able to speak the new language of kids, and the language of kids is gaming, and that's their new connectivity. And they are not going to read as many books as they are play with games. So I had to move into the new genre, into the new world, and that's what I did.
Do you want to tell us how that works?
Sure. What I did is I amassed a team. I looked at the brightest and the best that I thought in the gaming world, and my chief visionary officer is somebody who was number 3 out of Activision, who did Guitar Hero, Call of Duty, and Skylanders. And he brought in his senior producer, who's brilliant, who worked with him on all this. And then I looked at the world of characters. My cartoon characters needed a facelift. And so for me, the most fun character group is Shrek. So I researched who did it, a guy named Tom Hester, sent him all my stuff, asked him to join me in this new quest to educate kids about money. And 2 weeks later, he called me up and he said, I'm in. And he's my partner. Tom Hester's my partner, and redid my characters, and we created a new character called Schmutz. Because we all have schmutz in our life.
Yes, I saw that. It was very, very cute. Do you like being a game developer?
Yeah, I love it. I was scared, and it was funny, too, because I said to my kids, I'm scared doing this. I have adult children. And they said, really? You weren't scared when you were a single mother of 2 children and had no means of support and decided to write books to educate kids about money because you had no idea how to write books, so now you're scared? Can we just please go to dinner and get over this? And it was cute. I mean, it was really cute. It was like, really? Okay, you've actually taught us not to be scared. Now grow up. And the expression that we have is put on your big girl panties and move forward. And so it was just, so the kids were saying, do you have your big girl panties on, Mom? Get over it, figure it out. And that's it. I don't have to know how to program an app.
Right. Well,
and that's
it's
the
an
whole
unknown.
point. I just have to go find the people who know how to do it. So
that's what's so inspiring about you is you just find a way. No matter what it is, you get inspired and you just find the way to do it. And what about the apps that you created? Can you give us a little bit more details on how they work?
Well, the gaming apps are for little kids, for 5 to 10-year-olds. And the whole point is for them, through gameplay, to rescue endangered animals. But first they have to build a budget to buy food, shelter, and toys to play with the animals to make them happy. And the kids learn the consequences of their behavior. So if they go cheap with the budget, the animals get unhappy, and they have to go back, do more chores, which is gameplay, to earn more money, to budget it for the animals to save.
Are you thinking about doing another app maybe for the a little bit older children?
Here's the problem with older kids. My apps do not have any violence in them at all for the obvious reasons, and I don't believe in it. And research shows that anything older than a 10-year-old child, especially a boy, wants violence. So we're really precluded in this way to deal with the older kids. But I have some things. I have something called augmented reality that is embedded into the apps. And the apps are free on iOS, on Apple. And if you just go into the App Store, you can download them for free.
Well, maybe there can be something that we can build that's not violent. That would be something that I would be interested in, being that I have twin boys that are 11 years old. Well, thanks, Neil. Glad to have you along with Fun with Finances. Next time, Neil Godfrey will discuss a recent article that she wrote on Forbes about millennial and baby boomers and how they work side by side, at least for a while. I'm Dina Cobran, and you're with me on Fun with Finances on Trend Radio.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got lashes? Come and get them. Thick, full, and flirty. Individual plumes introduced to your own. No need for anything else. Bat away. Say hello to beautiful.
Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
If you're joining us just now, your favorite salon is now your favorite radio show.
Because we make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune in to us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we are Trend Radio.
Yes, we are. We are adults here.
Yes, we are. Thank God.
And we do adult things.
Sometimes.
Did you know that there are dating apps for grown-ups?
I did.
Not like us, but just for grown-ups who are single.
Who are dating.
Yes, who are dating.
Or who want to. Yes, I know.
And we're so fortunate. You know, there is a lot of potential love out there and a lot of new tech designs to find it.
Very cool. I'm sure you're going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, I know about some apps that will help you creatively meet someone based on more than just what meets the eyes.
Okay.
Bigger boobs, bigger butts, you know. That's really not important.
Okay. All right. So tell me all about these apps.
Okay. Well, there's a new app called Hinge. Hinge. Yes. What it does is it sends you recommendations for dates based on friends of friends on Facebook.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Now, it lets you have a look at prospective dates as well as their job, their education.
Wow.
And it launched
But everybody has to be on it, right? Like whoever they're sending you the information about?
Well, actually, you're on Hinged, and, I don't know because, I
Because it would be unfair that the other person's information would be sent to you if they weren't also on Hinge.
Very good point there.
I'm just thinking, like,
so
I wouldn't
it's
want
all about
somebody...
the friends of friends that are on Facebook.
Exactly.
So you're right. They would have to be
I
connected.
would think that it would be only fair if they were connected to Hinge too.
Yeah, because
you wouldn't want your information being sent to somebody, especially if you're not ready to meet somebody or you're not looking for somebody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or you don't want some stranger knowing your information.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Thinking
that's
out
good.
loud.
I know that always hurts my brain when I think too much.
Yes, I know. It takes a lot for you to think. Okay, so Hinge. That's
Hinge,
cool.
yes. And
what else is there?
There's another one called How About We?
How About We?
How About We? So instead of focusing on the person you're meeting, it takes the pressure off by focusing on the activity. That's the premise of this app.
That's cool.
And what you do here is you just post your favorite date ideas and then browse other people's
favorite date ideas, and then you just decide, you choose a date that you would like. Now that's a fun one.
Yeah. You
can find friends that way too. Not only love interests, but I imagine if you don't have a lot of friends, you can go on How About We and go hiking with meet a girl, meet a guy, whatever. That's a cool one. Oh, I love that one.
Now, this one you're going to like, and it's only for Jewish girls.
Why would I like it?
Well, it's called Coffee Meets Bagel. Oh, in your case, it would be Coffee Meets Bialy.
Oh, yeah, I like a good bialy.
So every day at noon, you're sent a bagel.
Okay.
Okay. AKA a match, which is chosen for you based on friends and friends of friends on Facebook.
Okay.
And this site was started by 3 Jewish sisters.
How cute is that? Now that's really cute.
Yeah. And here's one that, if you're a little shy, it's called Check 'em Out.
Oh, that one's good for you.
Check 'em out?
Yeah, because you're a little shy.
Well, this is only for the ladies.
I understand.
And I keep saying check 'em out. It's actually check him out. All one word.
Okay.
And this one is all on your terms, ladies. What you can do is you can browse men's profiles, and then you can contact them on your own schedule without having to go through a ton of emails.
Okay, so then the men are already hooked up to check them out, and women just go on and just check them out.
Yes, the men can't
Very cool.
contact the ladies, so they don't want to go through these hundreds of emails.
So the ladies have to contact the men. Oh,
Yes.
this is that. See, now
Yes.
that's really cool, and that's probably a little bit. You feel a little bit safer.
Yeah.
The women, because sometimes women don't feel so safe when they're dealing with this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool one. I love this.
And here's one for cousin Barbara.
What?
And our friend Gabby, who I adore, and her daughter.
Okay.
It's called Align.
Okay, and why?
Now, this app matches potential mates based on your astrological sign.
Oh, very cool. Align.
Yes. Every day, you're given a fresh constellation of potential matches to choose from.
Now that's really cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. On a spiritual level, that's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Very cool.
for me, I've always been fond of making eye contact, smiling, and then saying hello.
Yeah,
That has
I'm with you
always
there.
worked for me.
I'm with you there too. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you're going to be meeting these lovely people, you better have a clean house.
Well, chances are you should have a clean house anyway, but chances are you're going to meet these people out first before you bring them back to your home. Wouldn't you think?
Well, you'd think that.
I would never. Would you ever? Well, yeah, you're a guy though. Guys are different. Guys would bring a girl home before a girl would bring a guy home. I
Probably.
think.
Yeah, probably.
And
I think I told you this a long time ago.
Oh, you told me. We're going to talk about this girl again with the filthy house.
Yeah, I went out with her about 3 or
yeah.
4 times. She was really nice, and she invited me over. And went
and
into
everything
the house.
was really, really dirty.
It was dirty. No way.
Crumbs in the bed.
Dishes piled up in the
I
sink.
was just about to say dishes in the sink.
Hair all over, makeup all over the bathroom.
She was
Cobwebs.
filthy.
Yeah.
Cobwebs too.
Yeah. And, these are things that you could see. What about the dirtiest places in your house that you can't see?
Like where?
Well, okay, I'm going to tell you. Now, I put my used socks in the hamper. When I spill coffee grounds on the floor, I sweep them up. But, is there more than that you could be doing?
Sure. There's the crevices and the behind the garbage and behind the toilet and under the toilet seat and
That's right. That's right.
things like that, right?
Yeah. Now, we've checked with Donna Smallin Cooper.
What's her name?
Donna Smallin Cooper.
Okay.
Not Cooper, Cooper.
Cooper.
Yes.
What a name.
She's a certified house cleaning technician, an author, and all-around organizing super person. And we'll give you some tips on places that you're probably missing.
Wow.
In
There's
your
a
house.
lot. There's a lot there.
Yeah, you're and you were right on the money. The walls behind the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and we've talked about this with our $6,000 toilet.
Yeah.
Spray from flushing is one of the grossest spots in your house.
But it happens.
Yeah, and one you might not notice. Now,
And not everybody remembers to put the seat down,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And another thing that you don't realize when you're in a public restroom, they don't actually have seats to go down.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, yeah. Well,
they flush and like everything's airborne.
That's right.
Yeah.
If public bathrooms are something completely different,
But sometimes you have to use them.
yeah, but get into the habit of closing the lid in general, because like you said, with every flush of the toilet, particles of water and E. coli spray, and they can travel like 20 feet.
Yeah.
So you should not have your toothbrush out, your cup.
And close your mouth.
Just put that seat down.
Close your mouth.
And I think I've mentioned this before. It was with our Japanese traditions in cleanliness.
Yeah.
That was a couple of weeks ago. I keep my toothbrush actually in a closed cabinet.
That's right. In a little container.
For that very, very reason.
Of course, because you're brushing your teeth.
And something else that people don't even know about is faucet aerators.
Okay.
When I spoke about this, with my family, they didn't even know what a faucet aerator was.
Well, I'm sure you're going to tell us, and I hope everybody is listening.
Alrighty. Okay. Water from your kitchen and your bathroom tap flows through what's called an aerator. It goes through the faucet, and then the faucet has a little bitty thing screwed to the bottom of it that almost makes the water bubbly. It aerates it. And if you've never cleaned this before, and let me tell you, you probably haven't, you'll find like a layer of black, mildewy, icky grunge.
It's interesting. That's actually very easy to clean.
I know.
Okay.
Tell us how.
All right. Well, since you know and I know, the way I would do something like that is you would take like a small little bowl of, I guess, whatever astringent or any kind of cleanser that you would be cleaning, and you would pull it up over the faucet and turn it on, or you can first let it in there and then I guess jiggle it around with some sort of brush and then turn it on with the hot water so that it kind of all mixes up in there and gets all kind of out. Is that how you would kind of do it?
That's the girly way to do it.
That's what I do. First you clean it with, the little brush. Well, whatever. Go on.
All right.
I'm a girl, though.
You're a girl. You don't know these things.
I do know.
Well, they need to be cleaned, but
yes.
Guys, we have tools.
Okay, so what's
Some
your tool?
guys are a tool.
What's your tool?
Okay. What you need to do is you actually unscrew the aerator, because you can change them. And you can buy various types of aerators, some that have more
That's
water,
why
some
I
are more
surround
water.
myself with men. They know these
Manly
things.
men.
Yeah, they know these things.
And what you'll do is you'll unscrew this aerator every couple of months, and you'll soak it in vinegar for at least 15 minutes, and you brush all the parts with a little toothbrush, and you remove any of that.
Not your toothbrush.
No, like the cleaning toothbrush. And then you screw it back and drink your tap water mildew free.
Oh, do you drink tap water?
Well, I don't, but
Yeah. Because sometimes you don't want to necessarily drink tap water. You do that in the shower, too. You want to clean that shower head.
oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah, it gets mildew in
Absolutely.
there.
Of course.
Yeah, that thing
it's
comes
so
up-
wet.
That
Yeah.
comes apart.
I know.
And something very interesting is the silverware drawer organizer.
Mm-hmm.
Under those neat little piles of clean knives and forks and spoons, there's a serious layer of dust and crumbs. Remove all of that stuff, wash the organizer, vacuum the drawer while you're at it, or wipe it out with a sponge, and you will be surprised how much stuff you find in that drawer.
Wow. Interesting. Well, you are just amazing.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, I know.
And, here's a no-brainer, the kitchen counter.
Oh, yeah.
Now, most people will wipe their kitchen counters several times a day, keeping those counters clean. With sponges and dishcloths that are teeming with germs.
I have to tell you something. My grandmother used to do that all the time. That is the worst thing that you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, according to the a University of Arizona study, the average sponge has as many as 7 billion germs on it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So to keep your favorite cleaning tool hygienic, dip it into sudsy water, squeeze the suds through, and then rinse it and place it in the microwave on high for about 3 minutes. And then go to town on those countertops. You can also throw it in the dishwasher or the laundry with a little bit of bleach.
Wow. Very cool. Now that's a really good one.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't forget your light fixtures.
Okay.
Alrighty, you know, look up. Clean the indoor and outdoor light fixtures every season.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget to give those light bulbs a little wipe with a damp cloth. Do you know a clean bulb emits 20% more light
Yes,
than a
I
dirty
did know
one?
that.
You did know. I knew you knew that.
I did know that.
I knew you knew that. People who listen to our show know lots of stuff because we give it to them, and we give it to them good.
We give it to them great.
Yes, we do. Oh, we just have so clean ideas.
So clean ideas?
So clean.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that there is a trash can that vacuums and sends you text messages.
Are you kidding?
No.
I don't even understand where you find this stuff.
Well, it's, let me show you.
Okay.
Here, meet Bruno.
Bruno?
Bruno, that's Bruno right there. The world's first smart garbage can.
Oh my gosh. How much does Bruno cost?
He's about $165 to $229.
Much better than a $6,000 toilet.
Yes. But did you know that Bruno is Wi-Fi enabled and he links up with your smartphone?
He's a garbage can?
Yes. He will send you notifications when he's getting full, when it's time to put the garbage out, which every husband needs to be reminded, and when he's running low on trash bags.
Wow.
And he also has...
I like Bruno.
I knew most women do.
I need Bruno.
Okay, we'll get you one.
Okay.
He also has a powerful vortex vacuum at the base of the can, and he could suck up any crumbs that you spill when cleaning off the cutting board.
I like a guy who can suck up anything.
You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about, or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
Remember, your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card.
And how you make people feel, that becomes your trademark.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.